What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. As we continue to make our way through our 5 rental teams video, this time we are using Calyrex-Ice. So this is what I thought was a really fun way of running Calyrex-Ice. It's pretty standard between Calyrex and Oranguru. You have that way of setting up Trick Room with Oranguru as well as Brutal Swing to trigger that weakness policy, and then you can go for really aggressive Glacial Lances or even high horsepowers as need be. You do have Volcarona as another sort of redirection. I think that having that option is really important, especially to guarantee that Trick Room, because this team does really heavily like Trick Room. You also do have Stakataka, a really great functioning Pokemon in Trick Room. Pincurchin, really your main sort of answer for Calyrex-Shadow, but also just a really hard hitter. Electric Surge means that you don't have to worry about Sleep from Amoonguss, which can commonly stop Trick Room setups, and you have just really great coverage to do some really great damage. And finally, wrapping things up, we do have this bulky Urshifu Water, which gives us just like a really strong option in terms of damage and something that I think really sort of rounded out the team. So we do have the code on screen. Kanto Clark has used the team as well recently. I'll make sure to link that, and with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into the first game. Alright, battle number 1, and it is Zamazenta. It is Zamazenta, Entei with Suicune, Rillaboom, Zapdos, and Dragapult. So, Calyrex-Ice is in a pretty good position. I want to assume it is normal Zamazenta. We do have to be a little bit weary of Entei, but Pincurchin is very good here. Urshifu is also really good here. Urshifu is not very good here. We do have to worry about Zapdos. Volcarona, Oranguru. We can do Volcarona stack. Volcarona stack isn't the worst option. Right, Volk stack. Oh, I was like, did something happen? Stack with Oranguru. Oh, wait. I want Pincurchin really badly. I mean, Pincurchin's just for Suicune. I think this is fine. The big fear though is we are giving up our answer for Suicune. I could have theoretically gone without Oranguru, but I think we can still do enough damage. Yeah, we probably could have gone like Volk stack Pincurchin with Calyrex. My controller did get a little bit wonky, so we'll kind of see what happens. We are going to see Double Dog, which is fine. We should be able to pretty safely set up Trick Room. So I'm going to go for a Rage Powder here, as well as Trick Room on this. Yeah, we should then be able to pretty safely start getting some big damage onto both of these. We will have Struggle Bug to at least weaken Suicune a little bit. We do see Stone Edge. That's gonna, yep. Thanks, Volcarona. You fought hard. Oh, and Roar. So that is definitely gonna throw a little change in the plans. Okay. So we want to, I expect them to go for a Roar again. Probably a Sacred Fire and a Roar onto a Oranguru. So what I want to do is I want to high horsepower into Entei and go for an ally switch. Just with the idea, let's try and get as much damage as we can onto this Entei. That was to say a really bad turn 1. So now we know a lot. Entei, we could have, no, I was going to say we could double Trick Room, but I can't really afford for Calyrex to take that much damage. We will see Zamazenta, so it is going to be the normal form. This should let us get some decent chip onto it, because I'm assuming you do go for Roar again. As yeah, we will see the high horsepower does a decent chip onto Suicune, or onto what's it called, onto Zamazenta, as this will force out Stack Attacker. And so now what? We can Rock Slide and high horsepower Zamazenta. Let's high horsepower Suicune. I'm not worried about... I should kind of be worried about Zamazenta, as we do see a close combat and a stack. Thank you for all you've done, stack, which was really not much. But Zamazenta is weaker now, so we can theoretically bring out Oranguru. As, yep, Scald will come out. Please don't burn. No burn. We'll take that. High horsepower onto Suicune. It's some good chip. Zamazenta is at -1. You can't... Oh, you can't roar. Haha. Let's go for a Brutal Swing as well as a Trick Room. Because, yeah, you can't roar at this point. I think if we can get... As long as Calyrex lives, I feel like we're in a good spot, right? Because then we just pressure... We pressured 2 Glacial Lances, as this Behemoth Bash is probably going to take us out. I probably could have gone for a Protect. Oh, into a Oranguru. Okay, that's fine. That's actually really great for us. Like I said, you cannot roar us out. This Scald is going to go into a Oranguru. Wow, okay. I actually would have been great with the burn there. Because now what? We have +2 Calyrex going to be able to fire off Instruct Glacial Lances. Which is, and it's still very healthy too. So I would like to instruct Calyrex, and I'm gonna click Glacial Lance. Zamazenta is at -1. We are at +2, so this should do, like, it should do a decent chunk, right? Like, even that high horsepower onto Suicune was quite a bit, and this Glacial Lance could do more. I think it'll do about the same. So we are gonna be at +2. So this is the potential for a comeback. Let's just see how much it does. Like I said, Zamazenta is only at neutral, but this is +2 Calyrex. It's going to be close, right? It will be close for a double. I think if we KO Zamazenta, we're in a really good spot. Glacial Lance will come out. Please, like I said, pick up this double. Boom. Okay, great. Critical hit. I don't know if that mattered. We're going to say it didn't. Is Suicune still alive? Oh, no. It's like, oh, God. Great. Cool. So now we're at +4. Entei. We're just going to, we're going to do the same thing into this Entei. We're not even going to care. We did that. I mean, if we did that much to Suicune at +2. Oh, and it's Dragapult too. Like, even better. I'm fine to repeat what we did last time. I don't want to say that it is over, because it very well might not be, but this is a +4 Glacial Lance that's coming at you twice with a Sucker Punch. Okay, great. We do hold on. I was like, that's really scary, but Calyrex is super bulky, as we will definitely get rid of Dragapult. We did reveal the Life Orb. Let's see how much this does. Oh yeah, that's gonna knock out those, and then we do get to go again. So, barring any sort of freak accident, we are going to be able to take this one home, and definitely not how I expected this to go. I thought when we saw Roar and the fact that we took just super big KOs on everything, we basically were out of the game. Like, I didn't expect to be able to pull this off, but like, Calyrex in the end game picking up 4 knockouts, not something you see every day, but I mean, that really just shows how powerful this combo is, right? You're able to get off these massive sources of damage, and your opponents can't really deal anything back, and we kind of had to play 2 to 4, right? We needed to stop the Roar to guarantee we got the Trick Room, and I think once that was up, we were just in such a phenomenal position. But really great first game, and yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is Lugia. Interesting. So it is Tyranitar with Arcanine, Tyranitar, Arcanine, Lugia, Tapu Fini, a Landorus, and Ferrothorn. So this is interesting. Oranguru is great here. I mean, we could do Oranguru stack. We can kind of go for the same thing. I think Calyrex is fine, and then Pincurchin is great, right? This really will wrap up the coverage. So let's go with that. Ferrothorn, no, Ferrothorn's not going to be too much of an issue, just due to the fact that why am I doing Oranguru stack? Is there any reason to do Oranguru stack? I could do Oranguru Calyrex. Yeah, wait, why am I doing stack? Let's do that. I think there is the chance of them leading something like Landorus. So I do want to have a way of having Trick Room in the back. We can pressure with a... We can be really cheeky and both set up Trick Room, and then they're going to protect and switch, and I'm going to look like a clown. Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini I can work with, as with Ferrothorn. Neither of these can KO Oranguru. So what I can do is I can Gyro Ball. No, I want a Trick Room. I want a Trick Room with Oranguru. Do I want a Trick Room with Oranguru? Yeah. Yeah, you should not be able to KO. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for a Gyro Ball onto Fini. And then what we can do is we can instruct and Gyro Ball again. Okay. So, Iron Defense Fini. This is... Oh, Rising... Oh, wait, we have Rising Voltage. I don't care. That also did really good damage. This should be a 3-hit KO anyway, so we can just go for another... Yeah, we can go for... Nope, we don't want to hit that. We can instruct into stack, and we can go for a Gyro Ball onto Fini. It could have Protect. I'm guessing it has Protect. I don't really know, because Fini doesn't get Body Press. I feel like I've seen Iron Defense Fini before, but I forget what it did. It does have a Berry, so that's a little awkward for everyone. We do see the Leech Seed onto Oranguru. I think that that's fine. I just want to get rid of... what's it called? I just want to get rid of this Fini. I don't even need to get rid of Fini. I don't know why I care so much. I have Pincurchin. As... Yeah, we'll get it with one more. We do see a Draining Kiss come out, but that shouldn't do too much onto Oranguru. And so... I might switch to Calyrex. That's a little bit risky. Ferrothorn, I'm not super worried about. I'm gonna switch to Calyrex and go for a Gyro Ball onto Fini. If we can get rid of Fini, I think we're in a good spot. We do have to just be a little bit weary of this Ferrothorn and the fact that it is just boosting or like recovering so much, but it's also just like not really doing anything. This is also a really risky switch just because of the fact that if they do live, we are in a less than ideal position, but what? I think it should be fine. We do see the swap out, so whatever you bring in is not going to like a Gyro Ball, which it is Lugia, which is great, right? Because now we will break your multi-scale, which is still very good damage, as we see a Stealth Rock come out. So, like, what is this Ferrothorn really doing? Not much, right? It's going for Leech Seed, which is, yeah, you're getting passive recovery, but, like, honestly, so what? And, oh, wow, Glacial Lance is neutral? We can go for... I want to... no, Fini doesn't have any boosts. How did I lose so much Gyro Ball PP? Did I already... Hit Feeny. Oh, because of Instruct takes PP. I'm gonna go for this. I think if we can get Calyrex boosted, it's fine. We do see the swap out from Lugia onto Arcanine, which is a good switch. Part of me is regretting not hitting Rock Slide at that point, but it's fine. Yeah, God, imagine if I had done that. Played well. We do get the drop. We do see Rocky Helmet. Leech Seed into Calyrex. I think it should still be fine in the end. Glacial Lance will come out. Arcanine doesn't have any priority. Let's see how much this does into Oh, nothing into Ferrothorn. Nothing at all. I don't know how we're gonna beat this Ferrothorn in the end game, which is really tricky. But what we've seen Leech Seed. God, I really wish I raffle Corona right now. There should be one turn of Trick Room left. Okay, let's go for. Let's reverse the Trick Room, assuming Arcanine is gonna protect or switch out. Or you're gonna Seed Bomb. Or, okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll reverse the Trick Room, give us some more turns to work with. This will let us pressure into the Arcanine. I don't like... do we lose Stack? Okay, we have one more turn with Stack, which is really great for us. We can just try and boost Calyrex. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point, right? Just like boost Calyrex strong enough to KO Arcanine. We can do this. We can go for a Rock Slide. You do have what? The ability to just KO. Interesting. Oh, Stack Attacker goes first. We do get good damage onto the Arcanine. I'm assuming you're going to... We do get a flinch, which is actually really huge. As now we take out this Arcanine. We know what's in the... Oh, God, it's Rocky Helmet. Oh, that's so much recoil. That's so much recoil. We are back to neutral. So that, at least we have that going for us. We do lose Stack. We can bring up Pincurchin. Let's bring out Pincurchin. Pincurchin's not going to take that much from Stealth Rocks. It also just is going to do, like, stupid damage. I feel like even though... What? Even though it's not going to be very effective, Rising Voltage should still just do absurd... we could bring out Oranguru. Yeah, let's bring out Oranguru. We do have to be a little bit weary of Seed Bomb, but we are at neutral. We are going to see Tapu Fini. So what we can do is... What? We... Brutal Swing and KO Fini. Yeah, if we Brutal Swing KO Fini, that should... Okay, yeah, let's do this. Then let's go for a Brutal Swing to proc the Policy. That'll get us to... Oh god, you're faster than 98. Okay, we can live a turn. If I had known you were going to proc my Policy, I would have done things a little bit differently. As long as we hit this high horsepower, which we do, this should KO Fini. So, unfortunately, we are going to take some Brutal Swing recoil. So the question now is, can we live... Okay, we can live another... Oh god, can we live... We should be able to live a Gyro Ball. Right? Oh god, this is close, right? Oh god. Yeah, because it has Seed Bomb. I don't think we're gonna get off the Glacial Lance. Now we will. There's no way you make that read. There's no way you predict I'm going to ally switch this turn. You could. Or you can go for a Leech Seed. We'll take it. This is +4 Glacial Lance. This should KO Lugia. Is it +4? No, it's +3. Either way, sick. Double KO. Love to see that. Even, I mean, they went for a Leech Seed, so we didn't even need the ally switch. So, really great second game. Ferrothorn was scary, and I think the fact that we were able to play around it, but pulling through with Calyrex in the end is definitely something you love to see. So let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, battle number 3, and it is Necrozma. It is Necrozma, Duskmane, that makes sense, with Zapdos, Incin, Amoonguss, Tapu Fini, and Mimikyu. So both of us want Trick Room here. We just want it for different reasons. And so figuring out, what do we want here? We definitely want Calyrex. Volcarona is pretty good here. Right, Volcarona has Rage Powder, which is always really nice. Pincurchin is also good here. Oranguru. So what we can do is we can do Volk, Calyrex with Oranguru, Pincurchin, right? And that let's do, I think that's our best bet. Pincurchin is in a really strong spot. I think it deals with Zapdos, it deals with Fini, it deals with Insage. It kind of just hits everything for very hard with Rising Voltage. It stops that Amoonguss. So now is the question though of like, everyone wants to set up Trick Room and everyone wants to proc their own weakness policy. How are we gonna kind of pull that off? So I think that that's gonna be a pretty relevant question of like, who gets what off first, and also just like, do we hope they set it up for us? Do we try and set things up for ourselves? We do see Tapu Fini next to Necrozma. So what? You could set up Trick Room on your own. Volcarona should be able to live a Scald. Oh, Tapu Fini. I was gonna say we can go for Flame Body. No, we can't. Tapu Fini. Do I think they're gonna set up Trick Room? I'm gonna go for a Struggle Bug. And a Protect or a Trick Room. I'm gonna go for a Protect. I want them to set up Trick Room for me so I can switch into Pincurchin safely. We do, okay, so we are seeing a Struggle Bug, that's fine. We do get the special attack drop on Fini, which I think is pretty important, just given the fact that Fini can just do a lot of damage if it gets set up, as we do see a Muddy Water come out. We don't know if they went straight for an attack or if they just went for Trick Room. Yeah, like look at that chunk after the setup. We do see Swords Dance. So that's a time. I do want Trick Room up. I'm gonna go for a Follow Me or a Rage Powder here. Let's do this, and let's go for a Trick Room. Yeah, let's do this. If they KO Volcarona, really good for us. They could reverse my Trick Room. God, if they reverse my Trick Room, I'll look like such a fool. We do see a Heal Pulse come out onto Volcarona. Which, you know, like, fine. Unless it's safety. Is it safety goggles? Oh, okay. I was like, is this thing about to safety goggles me? I'm fine. You know, I'm fine, honestly, to go for another Rage Powder as well as a high horsepower onto this Necrozma. Just given the fact that, like, we should, right? You have to KO Volcarona first. You're probably going to go for a Swords Dance. That's what I'm guessing. Calyrex is faster, really good to know. We do get significant chunk onto the Necrozma as, oh, you're reversing the Trick Room. That's cute. That's super cute. Calyrex gonna take not that much. We will see, yep, the reversal of the Trick Room. I'm fine at this point to go for another Rage Powder as well as a High Horsepower onto you. You don't really, I mean, you have to switch out. Your answer is to switch out at this point. At least they did it on that turn and not the turn where I set it up, because that would have made me look silly. So we did get good damage. We have confirmed that it's not, what's it called? It's not weakness policy on Necrozma. I'm guessing it's White Herb. Given, I mean, it could be White Herb, but you also do have Zapdos to account for that. So that is also something else to consider. Like, what is the item on this? We are, yep, going to see the Necrozma withdraw. I'm guessing into Zapdos if you have it. Or Ensign. Ensign is fine too. I do want to set up Trick Room. I think getting Trick Room up is so pivotal right now. We do see the Rage Powder come out. Love to see that. Just trying to get some good chip. As another Muddy Water comes out, it will miss Volcarona and Calyrex. Definitely annoying, but take what you can get. Really big damage on Ensign. I'm going to go for a Struggle Bug, expecting the, what is it called? The Fake Out to come into Calyrex, and I'm going to set up a Trick Room. You could also just go for a Flare Blitz onto Volcarona, expecting me to protect Calyrex, but the damage output is so minimal. Or it is on Volcarona, so that's really good for me. Rocky Helmet will pick up the recoil as Heal Pulse into Ensign. Yep, into Ensign. That's pretty fine with me, because we do have just the way to prevent damage from going into Calyrex with Rage Powder. We don't actually know if they're safety goggles, so I'm going to bring out Pincurchin and protect this turn. Just with the idea that in the event that you are... Because, okay, we are going to see Ensign swap out. Makes sense. Probably into Necrozma. Into Amoonguss, which is... Amoonguss is perfectly fine. We are going to be able to set up electric terrain, so we don't have to worry about any sort of redirection. We do still have to worry about Rage Powder, but Rage Powder is like not the worst thing in the world. And I feel like Rising Voltage is still gonna like hurt. Muddy Water will come out as long as we don't get the accuracy drop on Pincurchin, which, I mean, you could just miss. My opponent definitely has not had the best luck. We do know all 4 of their Pokemon at this point, so Rising Voltage here is very free alongside a Glacial Lance. We have seen the Amoonguss, the Amoonguss can't go for a Spore. We are going to see the swap out. So anything is really not going to like a Glacial Lance. It is going to be Ensign. Like, this should still do a significant chunk. Unless they go, I mean, they could go for a Rage Powder. Rage Powder makes sense. We do see a Protect, so even better. You're potentially about to lose this Incineroar, which is, you know, really great. I would love for Ensign to live with like a smidge. Perfect. That's great. Because now Calyrex is going to get the Glacial Lance boost. So we now have really good damage overall. We still have to figure out how to KO Necrozma. Because what? I mean, Volcarona can theoretically win outside of Trick Room. Yeah, Volcarona has good damage. It is so low that even like Glacial Lance pressure is still going to matter. We are going to see Tapu Fini come out. Tapu Fini, that's fine. We still cannot be put to sleep from Amoonguss, so that's not something that I care about too much. It does have to attack. I still want to go for Rising Voltage. I think regardless of where it ends up, it still is going to do big damage. I would like to just hit this button. And then, yeah, I think if we... Yeah, I think it makes sense. We just put on so much pressure between Calyrex and Pincurchin that there wasn't really much you could do. I mean, you could have Rage Powdered, but we probably would have picked up the KO there. That Fini did seem very passive, so overall, really good first game. Can't wait to play some more with it. Make sure to check out the video later today. We'll be featuring another cool team. But until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.